Title: She's Leaving with Me Tonight, Not You. Deal with it. I just nodded. The next morning he opened his door and his face went white. Start, he said it so casually, like it meant nothing. She's leaving with me tonight, not you. Deal with it. And I did. I just nodded. No arguments, no begging, no scene. He mistook my silence for surrender. It wasn't. It was the start of his end. We'd been friends for 12 years, business partners for 7, brothers, almost, at least that's what I thought. He was the kind of man people trusted too easily, loud, charming, magnetic. I was quieter. I let results speak for me. Together we built everything, clients, money, status. Then she came along. Maya, smart, sharp. She didn't fall for his charm, not at first. She saw through it, the rehearsed smirk, the practiced empathy. But over time, his persistence cracked her walls. And I, stupidly, encouraged their friendship. I didn't see it coming, though maybe I should have. The late calls, the whispered laughter when I entered the room, the business trips that didn't align with any client schedules. I told myself I was paranoid. That's what trust does. It blinds you until it strangles you. The night he said those words, I'd already known. I'd seen the messages. I'd heard the voicemails. "Don't tell him yet," she said. "He'll lose it." He replied, "He'll understand eventually. He always does." They underestimated me. They always did. I didn't lose it. I started planning. It took me exactly 26 days. 26 days to transfer everything quietly. Every account, every contract, every client. The business was registered in both our names, but I was the one who handled the legal documents, the renewals, the taxes. A few signatures, a few late-night emails, and the empire they built with me suddenly belonged to me alone. I created a shadow company. Same services, same staff, same clients, except this time my name was the only one on the papers. I made sure his credit card was linked to one accidental purchase, a hefty one involving questionable imports, enough to make banks nervous. I never changed my tone with him. We still met for drinks, still laughed over deals. He had no idea. Maya kept her distance, pretending guilt. I didn't confront her. I just watched her dig her own hole with every lie she told to justify their connection. The night before everything collapsed, he texted me again. "She's leaving with me tonight, not you. Deal with it." And I did. I texted back one word: sure. He thought it was indifference. It was calculation. That morning, I was already parked outside his house before sunrise. Coffee in hand, window cracked open, engine silent. His lights came on at 6:47 a.m. I watched him through the blinds, pacing around, probably packing. At 7:03, he opened the door and froze. Because on his driveway, 2 men in suits were waiting. Bank investigators. Behind them, a black car, government plates. His accounts were frozen. His credit was flagged. His business, my business, had been dissolved overnight. And in his inbox, a termination notice from every client we'd ever had. Each one now signed with my new company's name. I didn't need to see his face to know it went white, but I saw it anyway. Through the windshield. His jaw slack, his hand trembling. Then his phone buzzed. That would be Maya. She'd just received a notification. Her card declined. The apartment lease under his name had been voided. Her things? Already packed and moved to the place I'd rented for her under my name 2 weeks ago. Yes, she left with him that night, but she woke up in my house the next morning, and she had no idea how she got there. Let me explain. 3 nights before his collapse, I'd gone to her place. Calm, no anger, just a conversation. I told her I knew everything. Her face crumbled. She tried to speak, but I stopped her. "I'm not angry," I said. "I'm disappointed. You chose chaos over loyalty." But I'll make it easy for both of us. I offered her a deal: financial security, a clean slate, and no exposure. All she had to do was leave him when I told her to. She agreed, trembling. Maybe guilt, maybe greed. Didn't matter. The night he claimed victory, she slipped a tranquilizer into his drink, just enough to keep him unconscious until morning. She thought it was part of my plan to talk peacefully. I let her think that. While he slept, I had his keys duplicated, his car tracked, his phone cloned. Every file, every contact, every secret, copied. Then I let them both play out the final act. When the investigators walked in, I drove away. I didn't need to stay. I'd already won. Maya called me 2 hours later. Her voice cracked. "What did you do to him?" "Nothing," I said. "He did it to himself." Silence. Then, "You used me?" "Yes," I said, "but only because you let him use you first." A week later, he was gone. Vanished. Maybe fled the country, maybe didn't. Didn't matter. His name was blacklisted. His accounts seized. And Maya? She stayed. For a while. Tried to make it work, to find redemption. But every time she looked at me, I saw it. The fear. She never knew what I was capable of until I showed her restraint. That's power. Making someone realize they're still breathing because you allow it. Sometimes I wonder if I went too far. Then I remember the night he said it. His smirk. The arrogance. "She's leaving with me tonight. Not you. Deal with it." And I realize I did deal with it. Perfectly. He lost everything. She lost herself. And me? I got my peace. Because revenge isn't about rage. It's about control. And I never lost it. Not once.